Imagine being in a supergroup with your best friends, creating music that feels both nostalgic and brand new. That's what George Harrison experienced with the Traveling Wilburys. But did you know there's one song in particular that he believed perfectly captured their timeless essence? It's a bold claim, considering the band's short but impactful run. Credits: Far Out/Alamy. Published November 2, 2025, 18:05 UK time. The Traveling Wilburys, a collective of seasoned songwriters and performers who'd been shaping music since the 1950s and 60s, proved they still had their fingers on the pulse when they joined forces in the late 80s. These weren't has-beens trying to recapture past glory. They were vibrant artists eager to explore new creative avenues together. The original lineup boasted an incredible wealth of talent. With George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and Roy Orbison, the band seemed poised for long-term success. But tragedy struck with the sudden death of Roy Orbison shortly before they were set to record their second album. Orbison, the group's elder statesman, had been a major source of inspiration and guidance. His absence undoubtedly created a void, impacting their collective dynamic. But here's where it gets controversial. Did Orbison's death truly derail the Wilburys' momentum, or were other factors at play? Despite this loss, the remaining members pressed on, continuing to craft original material. While each had experienced peaks and valleys in their solo careers, none had faded into complete obscurity. Bob Dylan, for example, might have been going through what some consider a weaker period in the 1980s, but even then, his songwriting prowess remained formidable. Tom Petty, meanwhile, was arguably at the height of his powers. And both George Harrison and Jeff Lynne were consistently producing work that rivaled their earlier achievements. For George Harrison, the Traveling Wilburys were more than just another band. They were a haven. He relished the opportunity to collaborate with his friends, some of the greatest songwriters of his generation, without the pressure of being the sole creative force. The goal was not to simply rehash old ideas. "I just loved playing with the Traveling Wilburys," Harrison confessed in a 1992 interview with Guitar World. "There was so much input from everybody, and we were all relieved to be in a band of equals where no one had to worry about doing all the lead vocals or all the writing. It was a true democracy of talent." However, Harrison acknowledged that their second album, Traveling Wilburys Volume 3, released in 1990, didn't quite resonate with audiences as strongly as their debut. "I think a lot of people who liked the first album didn't get the second one," he admitted. "And this is the part most people miss. The album wasn't necessarily bad, but it was different. It represented a conscious effort to delve deeper into their musical roots." Despite the mixed reception, Harrison defended their decision to draw inspiration from the music that had shaped them as young songwriters. He singled out one song from the second album, New Blue Moon, as a timeless gem. "A song like New Blue Moon has that slapback echo and the feel of all those great 50s records I loved," he explained. "It stands up to modern technology, yet has the brightness and feel of a real rockabilly record from the 50s or early 60s. It made me feel like I'd come full circle in a way." The song, in Harrison's eyes, perfectly blended the old and the new, capturing the essence of their musical journey. While the album's lukewarm reception may have contributed to Harrison's eventual decision to disband the group shortly after its release, he remained proud of their accomplishments. The Traveling Wilburys had dared to pay homage to their idols while forging their own unique sound, a feat that Harrison could look back on with fondness. What do you think? Did the Traveling Wilburys Volume 3 deserve its mixed reviews, or was it an underappreciated masterpiece? And do you agree with Harrison that New Blue Moon is a timeless track? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.